76ers just keep on rolling. They get their 7th win in a row. They're 7-1 on the season. They may be the best team in the East. Let's talk about it. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. This Sixers team has they've reignited my love for basketball. They are so much fun to watch. They put in a lot of effort. The first half of this Pistons game, they were sleepwalking a little bit, and they probably got cussed out at halftime because they came out in that third quarter and looked like a completely different team. But yeah, the Sixers win their 7th straight game, their first game of the in-season tournament. Realistically, this team could be 8-0. There was that call against, when they played the Bucks where Giannis passed to himself, which should have been an air ball, should have been a travel, but they were like, no, the ball slipped out of his hands, and then, Damian Lillard is wide open for 3 because the refs are, doing some questionable things. So the Sixers should be 8-0. They're 8-0 in my heart, but 7-1 for real. And they may be the best team in the East. I mean, they beat Boston. They lost by 1 point to Milwaukee. Should have beat them if it wasn't for that stupid call. And they're just on a roll. They're hustling. They're playing with such heart. Embiid might, be on track to win his 2nd MVP trophy. I mean, the MVP rankings came out, and it was down to him and Jokic. It's going to be Embiid versus Jokic for the 4th year in a row. And, Jokic is incredible. Of course, I want Embiid to win, but, Embiid already has his 1 MVP trophy. So if Jokic gets his 3rd, can't be mad at that, because Jokic is having an incredible season, and he is just so special. I saw this a long time ago. Someone said, Jokic is like the point guard of the center, and Embiid's like the shooting guard of the center. And I was like, that is so true, because, Jokic is just such a talented passer and rebounder. I think he's improved on the defensive end a little bit. He's not as nearly as good on the defensive end as Embiid, but I think in the last few seasons, Jokic has stepped up his defense, and he really, tries on that end, especially, deep in the game. But anyways, Embiid might be closing that gap, though, because he is averaging 5.5 assists, which would be his career high for a season. I mean, he started out the season averaging 7 assists in the first 4 or 5 games, So we'll see what happens. But if he, averages 6 assists, then he's really been expanding his playmaking, and it's just been incredible to see. Embiid has just gotten better. I don't know how. He's putting up 32 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Oh yeah, and he's averaging over 2 blocks a game. This man should be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, but somehow he's not even in the top 5 for betting odds. It's just ridiculous. This man is anchoring, I believe, a top 5 defense, at least top 10 defense. And it's what can this man do to get some recognition for his defense? He is playing amazing defense. This is some of the best shot blocking from him I've seen in the regular season. Obviously in the playoffs, his defense is just monstrous. And I mean, other than that Game 7 last year, his defense in the playoffs last year was incredible. But yeah, he just keeps getting better. Maxey's taken another leap. He had 11 assists last night with 0 turnovers, and that was his 2nd game this season already with 10 or more assists and 0 turnovers. Maxey is averaging 7.5 assists on 1 turnover per game. That is the 6th highest assist to turnover ratio in the league right now. I know it's only been 8 games, so it's a small sample size, but Maxey just continues to grow. He is just so good. He develops so quickly. It's crazy. He's averaging basically 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. And he's shooting almost 50, 40, 90. He is just so talented. Tyrese Maxey should be an all-star. He should be an all-star starter this year. Well, actually, I'm trying to think of the guards in the East. He very well could be. But he should bare minimum all-star. He should make an all-NBA team if he just continues to, play the game like this. Like, it's incredible to watch. In the fourth quarter, he's just been taking control of the game and really leading the team. Like, Maxey is, other than Embiid, Maxey is the best draft pick the Sixers have made in the last 10 years. And he was in the late, or not the late, he was in the late first round. That's what I was trying to say. But it's just crazy. Maxey's going to get a payday this upcoming offseason, and it's going to be well-deserved. Maxey could end up being better than Embiid at this point if he just continues to grow like he does. Like, if he makes another jump next season, he might end up passing Embiid, which is just crazy because Embiid is one of the greatest scoring centers of all time, one of the greatest scorers of all time in general. That man he puts points up ridiculously. But Maxey just continues to get better. This team just continues to win. Like, they are 7-1. They beat Boston last game, and then they come out here, sleepwalk, and then they end up winning by almost double digits. It's crazy. Nick Nurse has done miracles on this team. He's done miracles on me. This team is so much fun to watch. I could watch them. I'm just waiting for the next game because I'm okay, I want to see my team come out, play with the heart they have been, play with that fight that they have in them. And Sixers have already won that Harden trade because the way the depth has been playing has been really solid, and the Clippers have lost their first 3 games with Harden. So, it's not going too well over there. And there was the Mavs analysts that went on that whole rant, which I thought was really funny. But oh my gosh, I could just talk about this Sixers team all day. I didn't even mention Tobias Harris yet. He's averaging basically 20 points on almost 60% from the field. He's almost got a 60-40-90 going on. And that's insane. Obviously, that percentage is going to go down when it comes to his field goal. But, I wouldn't be surprised if he hovered around that 53-55%. He's always been a pretty efficient player. And he is really thriving in his role under Nick Nurse. And Nick Nurse is really he's pulling out the best out of all of the players so far, other than Melton. But I think Melton just needs some more time to adjust, because Melton was never really in the starting lineup. He was in there here and there, but he wasn't a consistent starter. He was mainly that, first, second option off the bench. And now he's in the starting lineup. And I think Melton just has to get used to that. And eventually he'll start, knocking down his shots. Because, he shot 40% from 3 last year, I think, or close to that. And he was a good 3-point shooter before that, I believe. So, his shot will return to him. He's still playing really good defense. But, yeah, the Sixers team is incredible. They've come out, they've surprised a lot of people. I thought they were going to be good, but I didn't imagine a 7-1 start. But they play the Pacers at home tomorrow, Sunday, and then I believe Tuesday or Monday. It might be back-to-back games. But if they can, protect home court, they could very well be 9-1. I want to get to a 10-game winning streak. You're at 7. You just have to beat the Pacers at home twice, and then I believe they have Boston again at home. So, if they can just run this little gauntlet, they could go on a 10-game winning streak, which would be insanely fun to watch. Sometimes I think about that 16-game winning streak to close the season during Ben Simmons' rookie year, and I'm just yeah, that was so much fun. And I don't think the Sixers have really gone on a huge, long winning streak since then. I think, this might be one of their longest 7 straight. They might have had an 8 or 9 game winning streak, in the last couple seasons, but I can't really remember off the top of my head. But a 7-1 start, I wish it was 8-0, but what can you do? But yeah, I think I'm just starting to ramble now, so I'm going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe to the channel for more. Peace.